Want to see those red scales blackened? I'm sure the Seeker could spare a
Scales protect you from...
Want to see those red scales blackened? I'm sure the Seeker could spare a fireball.
Will those scales protect you from fireballs, freak?
Give it up, Seeker. You can't escape.
You're trapped, Seeker. Stand down. No one else needs to die. Right on my side.
You've got skill, my friend. Let's focus it on a righteous cause, shall we?
Give it up, Seeker. You can't escape.
courage in the face of danger is inspiring, my friend. Lucian guided your blows rightly.
His eyes travel from your face to your feet, then back again.
You're no magister. A crimson lizard dressed in haphazard garb? How'd you come to be here? Name's Gareth. I'm a seeker. I can give you shelter and hope. Ah, good. Then you know us. And you know we can help you. And perhaps you can help us. I came looking for a way off the island. Getting out of here means taking a ship, a magister ship. And they're not just going to give us one out of the goodness of their hearts. I came looking for weapons, powerful ones, wicked ones, may Lucian forgive me. Weapons that will clear a path to Dallas's flagship.
Gareth looks about, scanning the horizon, then looks back at you. A moment passes.
I can't stay. You shouldn't either. What did Lucian say? Ah yes, evil feasts on the indolent. Get yourself to safety and soon. You'll...
Your grip tightens around the blade's hilt. You never felt such rage. These freaks, they are tearing the world apart. You are an abomination. A crucified figure blazing with sauce. You hear screams, and then the scent of charred flesh. In the flickering torchlight, you see a Magister lying muttering on the ground. As you approach, he turns with a jerk.
No, stay back. Not another step closer if you want to live. Kill? Have you lost your senses? I'm not here to kill. I'm here to die. Dark magic protects that door. If you're smart, you'll leave. You'll run. Otherwise...
The Magister nods towards his hand, and you see the skin is midnight black. It seems to undulate, as if worms were squirming through his flesh. He grimaces and tucks it underneath his arm, squeezing it tight.
It's in the blood. I can feel it. I'm just trying to... trying to slow it down. Stop it spreading.
He nods towards the bodies of the dead Magisters, twisted in the thorned blood.
Same as those poor souls. We finished clearing out this blasted room and wanted... wanted to move on to them. As soon as they touched that switch, they were screaming. Some void curse. Dallas warned us to take care, but we never thought to survive. I'm as dead as them. They were gathered round it. Took the brunt of it. Got me on the arm, though. Clipped me. It was enough. Whatever it is, the void itself is fighting to protect it. Talos told us to be careful, but this is wrong. It's evil. Death. He told us it was old. Told us it was dangerous. Told us it was important. More weapons to fight the sorcerers, she said. She needed the wands, but... but there was something more. We got greedy.
He looks up at you, his eyes...
I saw how they died. I heard them screaming. I don't want to go like that. I don't want to face that. Please. I can't lift my sword. I can't. There is no cure. There's only pain. Please, make it stop. I don't want to go like...
Halt! Who goes there? I am Marina the Brave. You are daring indeed to enter my domain. I'm an assassin of ants and crucifier of crickets. All rodents bow before me. So do lesser beasts. Like you, for instance. My title is bestowed upon me by the King of all Rats in honor of my renowned achievements.
The rat launches into a lengthy description of rat royalty. Oddly, it sounds like a mixture of stories from dwarven, human, and elven cultures.
And Kelp Junitrim just laughed and laughed. Oh, what a wonderful weekend that was. A doubting dormouse, are we? You're so uninspiring and unimaginative. Off, before I start nibbling at your ankles. You'll regret crossing Marina the Brave.
This puddle, it glows. What could this mean?
His most venerated eminence, Brachus Rex.
wonder it doesn't work. Curse. No wonder it doesn't work. Knowing the reputation of Brachus... What is this contraption?
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved deep into its rock. The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine seems completely inert. Your fingertips tingle as you reach out to the shrine. You feel power stir in your... His Most Gracious Highness, Brachus Rex. His Most Esteemed Majesty, Brachus Rex. Before you stands an ancient shrine. Your fingertips tingle as you reach out to the shrine. You feel power stir in your chest. The runes are in... Before you stands the runes are in... Your fingertips tingle as you reach out to the shrine. Before you stands an ancient... Before you stands the runes are in no language... The Magister looks up as you...
Change your mind? Oh, be quick. You can take this pain away. I don't want to die screaming. I'd pray to Damien himself for a blade between the ribs.
The Magister groaned.
A statue of Brachus's elite guard. Ha! They fell like autumn leaves against the House of War. Such barbarism. What happened?
An old elf's pained gaze passes between the crucified. He seems on the brink of tears.
Dear ones, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. They're as good as my family. But I cannot heal them. I cannot heal them. So much pain. They are changed. That Dallas woman did something to their minds. They won't be moved and they can't be healed. They resisted at all costs. They can't even be healed. Using such magic on them would kill them now. Such beautiful souls, corrupted by such evil. Where you find shriekers, you can trust the Divine Order is hiding something they desperately want to keep private. Fate of my dear ones proves there must be some such thing on this very island. Stay away from shriekers if you want to live. I know not how much longer my friends here have.
The Seeker's head twitches upwards as you approach. His eyes open a fraction. He struggles to focus his gaze upon you. A low moan escapes his cracked lip. His eyes close, and his head... You thought you'd already seen the full depths of Magister cruelty.
A quick death would be a blessing to these unfortunates.
The Divine Order knows no mercy. It deserves...
The merciful thing would be to hasten their journey to the Hall of Echoes.
The Seeker whimpers incoherently. The Seeker gazes upward.
Oh, Lucian, our divine smile upon your servant. May the Hall of Echoes embrace your martyr.
She slowly, reluctantly...
Quiet! Lucian speaks within you.
Smoke, blood, and carnage. The Magisters didn't spare a single Seeker. This again?
Spotted something.
Here, look down those steps and tell me what you see.
Shriekers. I'll never get used to them.
Find me. Embrace me.
So you think those things down the steps there are dangerous? The ones hanging on the sticks? Want to go to the wharf, don't I? I'm a wharf rat. There's food and stuff on the wharf. Might even be a ship. I've always wanted to be a ship rat. Okay, right, great. I'll go some. Cheers.
Have you heard? Gareth's back. Now we can get out.
Great to have Gareth back. You're...
Gareth's back.
You should see the other guy. What's left of him anyway?
You come at last. I'd no doubt you'd find your way to us, not after witnessing your bravery. I know you seek answers. I'll tell you what I can. Godwoken?
Gareth pauses.
My friend, the Voidwoken feast on us. There is no longer a divine to channel the will of the Seven. A new one must rise. Only a Godwoken, blessed with the blood of heroes, may ascend to divinity. But few are left. We knew of one, Verdas. He is why There were others, but they fell like crab apples from their branches. Someone else looks for Godwoken, not to liberate them, but to kill them. You have spoken to a god?
Gareth stares intently, not so much at you as through you.
Yes, I see something there. But it's not for me to say. I must get you to Malady. She will know. She was imprisoned on the Lady Vengeance, one of the few of us not left to rot on the sand and sun. All the more vital we take the ship from the Magisters. Godwoken. We'd just landed on shore. Minutes later, Dallas sailed in on the Lady Vengeance, screaming like a banshee. We had no hope. Most of us were dead in the blink of an eye. She had horrors at her side, shriekers they call them. They still protect the harbor, firing pure death at anything that catches their eyes. The Lady Vengeance is still anchored there too. Lucian, save us from whatever plot Dallas is concocting on it. Well, I had a plan. Gratiana told me of weapons that could counter these shriekers. Purging ones that steal source from its host. I went to that armory looking for one of these wands, but Alexander's bootlickers stumbled in first. I found nothing but dust and blood. We've got to find a way to silence those shriekers. If we do that, the Lady Vengeance is ours. Freedom is ours. I can't imagine anyone more capable. Lucian truly shines his light on you. See Gratiana. She knows every songbird and blade of grass on this isle. I'd go myself, but she seems, shall we say, dissatisfied with my recent failure. The Lady Vengeance waits offshore, ready to sail for a righteous cause. Find a purging wand. Alexander's shriekers will rot. I can't ask this of my people. I'd be leading them to their tombs. Some sins even Lucian can't forgive. You have put your trust in me, and so I will put my trust in you. I'll gather the Seekers, and we'll meet you at camp. But I implore you to find a way to squelch the Shriekers. Our lives depend on it.
Gareth's voice softens, and the worry lines crisscrossing his forehead.
There's danger within the storm, but even greater danger in remaining ashore. I have faith. In Lucian and in you.
We're safe back at the shelter, thank the Divine. She's not up to facing the Magisters again.
Kerben stares at the body of his dead comrade, tightly gripping his weapon in a cold fury.
This won't go unavenged. I'll see to that.
So many Seekers lost, and more blood will be spilled before long. At least Han is safe at the shelter.
You must help us wage our war, that peace may be, that...
Those Magisters are gonna pay.
We're safe back.
So many
Kerben.
If I were you, I'd stay close to Sir Gareth once the fighting begins. Whatever path he takes will be the surest way to victory.
You've come. Lucian be praised.
Gareth glances over his shoulder, and his voice tightens.
The Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. The murderer is here, Alexander. The butcher's in the ruins, beyond the Shriekers, and he's not alone, as well he wouldn't be. The Order keeps its Godwoken leashed. Nothing, as long as those Shriekers stand. Get that purging wand and silence them. What welcome news! You found a purging wand! Optimism is a moral imperative, but I think you've moved beyond optimism and into madness. Lucian said, Let my word be a light on your path. I will trust you. I will let you light my path. No, we're too few as it is. You'll just have to make do. Seekers, we move. You are Lucian's eyes and ears.
Don't fight it. Let go. Rest at last.
Lucian said, "Let my word be a light on your path."
He sighs and...
You've riled a storm. Tell me it's time. My swords of Seekers, we move. You are Lucian's eyes and ears. You are his sword and his shield.
Find me. Embrace me. Don't fight it. Let go. Rest at last. Find me. Embrace me. Don't fight it. Let go. Rest at last.
Lucian said, "Let my word..."
He sighs.
You've riled... Tell me it's time. My sword's at the...
He sighs.
You've riled...
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
tell me it's time. My sword seekers. We...
Don't fight it. Let go. Rest at last. We await you. Join us.
They sank our ship, so now we're taking theirs. Move out!
Not like her to be late.
You've come. Lucian be praised.
Gareth,
The Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. The murderer is here. Alexander. Fair enough.
There could be Voidwoken nearby. Stay ready. If any secrets survive, we'll have to deal with them. A pity they didn't just listen. All this could have been averted. There you are, the escapee. I feared you'd made it to Reaper's Coast by now. Anyway, you're here now. You know, Dallas and Friedemann warned me about you, Godwoken. I'm afraid your journey ends here. You would only bring ruin to Rivellon. If anyone is going to become the next Divine, it will be me. Do you think I enjoy this work? Taking people away from their families, fitting them with these collars? I abhor— I can bear anything for the sake of the realm. was the most important lesson my father taught me. Be for the realm, for your loved ones. Please, don't make this harder than it has to be. It's not your fault, but still you stand in the way of peace. This must be... You stand no chance.
You've come. Gareth, the Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one. What welcome news! You found a purging wand!
His face falls.
I won't move until the...
Magisters aren't as thorough as I presumed.
The gods can't smite those shriekers themselves, my friend, but they can guide your hand. I'm a confident man, nothing, and fair enough. But the longer you wait, the gods can't smite those shriekers themselves, my friend, but they can. I'm a confident, fair enough. You've come. Lucian be praised. Gareth, the shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. What welcome news! You found a purging wand. Optimism is a moral imperative, but Lucian said, "Let my word be a light on your..."
He sighs and points a foot toward...
You've riled... Tell me it's time. My sword's at the ready. Seekers!
Join us.
There could be Voidwoken near. There you are. The escapee. I feared you'd make... Anyway, you're here now. You know, I have no illusion. I'm one of you, after all. Your collar is no tighter than my own. If there is, pray tell. I'd do anything to resolve this. Until then, we persist as we must. Please, don't make this harder than it has to be. It's not your fault, but still, you stand in... You stand...
The others wouldn't let me join them for the fight.
I must say, lacking skin, however, they are...
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rap.
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm...
There could be Voidwoken nearby. Stay ready. If any Seekers survive, we'll have to deal with them.
Frozen ground in the middle of a swamp. What's a winter dragon?
The dragon stares you down with...